Let's get to it.
States fucking sucks so bad.
Is anybody else just struggling, like financially? Seriously.
Like, is any other country struggling like we are in the United States, or is it just us?
This is a friendly reminder that if you've got a regular 9 to 5 and you're able to pay your bills, you are doing a fantastic job.
Financially stable is the goal for 2025.
It's really hard to be in a financial survival mode when you don't know what your next move is. You don't know where your next resource is coming from.
So I feel like I'm drowning. Financially drowning.
I can't go to the grocery store without spending half my check.
Everything's high. Rent's high. Food's high. Utilities high as hell. But your paycheck, that's the one thing that ain't moved since Obama had a fresh lineup.
At this point, I just feel like I'm fucking suffocating in bills.
I'm going to fucking rage.
Oh, I'm tired of living from paycheck to paycheck.
You're not lazy. You're not irresponsible. You're not cursed. You're in a financial struggle and it's breaking more than your budget.
Are we ever going to get out of this high-ass economy?
And then another thing, and then another thing. All just eventually piles up. At this point, you're just questioning God. Why us? Why do we have to go through this?
This is a friendly reminder that if you've got a regular 9 to 5 and you're able to pay your bills, you are doing a fantastic job. Don't get caught up trying to impress people or live the life that you see on social media. Be proud of the job you have and that you're able to take care of yourself.
Oh, I'm tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. It's just ghetto. Working 6 days is not it. That's all I have to say today for y'all. I ain't got nothing else. But we gotta post the content.
Are we ever going to get out of this high-ass economy? I mean, I am no expert by any means, much at all. But I really don't think it should cost $9 for a pound of ground beef. I can't go to the grocery store without spending half my check. I mean, look, I have 2 kids. Trust me, I know it costs money to have them. But when we go there and it's $4 for a 2-liter soda or $25 for 2 sirloin steak, I mean, is it ever going to get better? Is the economy getting better? I have no clue. I'm asking the experts here because my parents would have never made it in this economy. We struggled every week. I mean, so am I, but they made a lot less money.
The economy in the United States fucking sucks so bad. Like, is any other country struggling like we are in the United States, or is it just us? Please do not bring anything political in the comments. I mean, if you are, you are, but I'm not going to respond to that because I don't give a crap, and maybe I should just delete this part, but I'm not because I don't even fucking care. But in Texas, minimum wage is still $7.25. Huh? Me and my best friend were just talking about this. What do you mean? People are struggling making $20 an hour. People are struggling making $30 an hour. It seems like you can't live in just a single, income-based household. You're gonna need roommates, or you're gonna need to be married. You're gonna need to be something. How are we doing? How are we doing this? Because I'm making the type of money I wanted to make 10 years ago, and now it don't even matter. I'm gonna have to make $100 an hour to even be remotely okay. Is any other country struggling, or is it just a United States type of thing? I need to move to Sweden. I mean, I don't even know. Somebody make this make sense. I'm about to go live underneath a bridge.
Financially stable is the goal for 2025. Financially stable is the goal for 2025. And what does that mean? Becoming consumer debt free. That means personal loans, credit cards, anything of the sort. Getting out of that. 3 to 6 months of your average income saved up, because we know how the economy is. Anything can happen. You can lose your job at any point. So the best thing to do is be ready and prepared. Investments. Probably not the best idea to start investing while you're in consumer debt, but at least starting somewhere. A high yield savings account, Roth IRA, S&P 500, somewhere, because we know Unlike our parents that get Social Security checks, we might not be getting that, so we gotta cover ourselves. But just remember, this does not come without some kind of sacrifice. Here's a good tip, probably the best tip you'll hear all day. If I can't afford it, I don't need it. And no, affording it does not mean putting it on payments.
Anybody else like me and you had to use your credit cards after COVID and use them and all that awesome credit? You had high fucking availability of credits to you, and you said, I'll be all right. I'm gonna pick up more work. I'll be okay. Before you get in the comments and say, oh, you gotta work more, you gotta get a better job, you gotta fucking shut the fuck up. Okay? I have 2 jobs. I work 7 days a week, and I have something on the side. It's still not enough. Shit gets away from you. It just does. Shit happens in life, okay? I had my identity stolen on top of that. That was a whole fuckery. I did get that money back, but it just started this whole snowball of bullshit. And I know I'm not alone. I know, but you look around and you're like, I see stadiums full. I see concerts packed. I see fucking people out to eat everywhere. Places are crowded. I see fucking $120,000 brand new trucks driving by. Like, how? In the place I live, 45 minutes outside of Boston, I see some of these fucking houses. I'm like, dude, I drive by and I go, what do you fucking do in there? What do you do? How do you, what the fuck? How?
If you're silently battling a financial struggle and feel like you're failing at life, this is for you. You're not lazy. You're not irresponsible. You're not cursed. You're in a financial struggle and it's breaking more than your budget. It's breaking your spirit. You pray while holding back tears in the grocery line. You tithe while wondering if you'll make rent. You help others even when you barely have enough for yourself. This isn't just a hard season. It's a heavy one. And God doesn't overlook pain just because it's money related. He sees the jobs you applied to, the bills you didn't open, the meals you skipped, so your kids wouldn't have to. And here's the truth. Your worth isn't tied to your wallet. Your identity is not your income. And your financial struggle is not forever.
She pulling at my heartstrings with that. That's some real facts she speaking. Sad. She tell the truth, y'all. Comment down below if Mon Duke's telling the truth about what's going on in this economy. And don't be sitting here blaming yourself and beating yourself down. Let's get to it.
God's provision doesn't always come early, but it always comes right on time. Comment, I'm in a financial struggle, if you've been silently surviving, and follow for faith that speaks to the struggle you're too tired to explain.
What happens when we just can't afford?
After one coffee date that didn't go well, he texted me, I know you work at so-and-so law firm downtown. Maybe I'll
afford to exist anymore. Everything's high. Rent's high, food's high, utilities high as hell, but your paycheck, that's the one thing that ain't moved since Obama had a fresh lineup. And now folks are just surviving out of habit. Barely. But here's the question that nobody in power really wants to answer. What happens when most people can't afford to make it anymore? Not just a few people, but most people. When survival becomes a luxury, right? Then what? What becomes of this whole society at that point? And I say that because people can only take so much. When you're working 2 jobs and you're still choosing between groceries and gas, something's got to change. Because it changes you. You stop dreaming. You stop living. You literally just exist to pay bills. And eventually people snap. And history has already shown us that. This system only works if enough of us still believe in it. What happens when your belief runs out before the money does? What do we do when we're working harder, but that no longer works? Because if a majority can't afford to live, then this whole thing, it ain't sustainable.
I'm sure nobody's gonna watch this video or is not even gonna care about what I gotta say. I still wanna talk about it anyways. Just imagine financially struggling and you finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and then something happens. And then another thing, and then another thing. All just eventually piles up. At this point, you're just questioning God. Why us? Why do we have to go through this? For 2 months straight, our electricity has been cut off. We have bills after bills after bills piling up. My oldest son just joined his high school baseball team and he made the team. The school is not able to provide any type of practice clothes to the team. Each player is required to buy their own gear, $250 each. Nice, right? Another thing. He also wants a bat. And I'm like, great. It breaks my heart telling my son that we don't have money to buy this. Mom guilt is real. We will eventually find a solution to each and every single problem that we have. As a wife, it kills me to see my husband not be okay. You know when he's stressed, you know when he's worried, you know when he's overwhelmed. You try to be supportive, you try to be understanding. I'm sure that as a man of the house, you feel like you have failed because you're not able to give everything. You're probably asking yourself, why is she sharing this on social media? Because it's real life problems. People are struggling. But then again, what do you do? There's only so much you can do as a stay-at-home mom, not bringing any type of income. I'm trying to hold on as much as I can, but I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I can't breathe.
This is way off topic and has nothing to do with anything that I post on here, but is anybody else just struggling, like, financially? Seriously. I was working 2 jobs and still barely making it by. Like, what do you do? Like, I have a boyfriend who also makes a decent amount of money and we're still, like, barely making it. And we're trying to buy a house this year. And it's like, how are we going to buy a house if we aren't able to save money because all of our money goes to bills and groceries and the car payment and our rent and the babysitter? Just, what do you do? Does anybody have any advice or anything? Like, am I the only one that's struggling even though I make a decent amount of money and so does my boyfriend? Like, together we should be able to do things, but we're not. Like, the world we live in sucks. This literally consumes my everyday life. Like, every single day I am stressing about money. How we're going to get more money. How we're going to save more money. How we're going to buy a house if we don't have enough money saved. How we're going to keep paying bills and everything else that comes with life. And expect to, like, do things that we want to do if all of our money is going to bills. Like, what do you do to get more money? We have good credit. That's like the only thing we have going for us, honestly. Our credit's good, but you still gotta have some money to buy a house. Even if I get a no down payment house loan, or whatever it's called, FHA loan, you still gotta have some money for, like, closing costs and shit. Like, they're not just gonna hand you a house and you don't have money. What the fuck?
Life is fucking hard, bro. Like, at this point, like, I just feel like I'm fucking suffocating in bills. Like, these shits don't get no cheap, like, they don't get no lower. Everything is going up. The price of food is going up. The cost of living is going up. Like, I can't, like, my job that I have now, I love my job, right? I make good money. And back then, you could make what I make and you be in good standings. Like, you have extra money for sure. in today's world, the money that I have, that I'm getting, I'm still barely fucking making it, bro. Like, sure, the bills are paid, but it comes a point where, like, you can't live. You can be alive. You can pay your bills, but you can't live, bro. And as a parent, that shit is hard. That shit is hard because our generation didn't get like a whole lot, you know what I mean? So like, we're trying to do for our kids what we didn't get, for the people that weren't fortunate, you know what I mean? And even if you get like a great job, you still barely fucking making it. And I have no beef or no quarrels with athletes, but they're getting fucking millions, like hundreds of millions. They can afford to live this lifestyle, bro. I don't even need that much. Just fucking give me, I don't even know, lower the cost of fucking living, bro. Like, I just want to be able to take my kids places and just enjoy life. But that shit is so hard today. Like, I don't know, man. I just be thinking about that shit. The older I get, the more I think about, like, it's just going to keep getting harder and harder as a parent. And then, like, thinking about what it's going to be for my kids. At this rate, there's going to be more homeless people than people with homes. And that shit is so sad to me, man. Anyways, man, I hope y'all having a blessed day. And keep your head up, man. Just keep fighting. Hopefully this shit will calm down soon. Maybe we'll get lucky and some shit drop. I don't know. But I'm out of here, man.
So I feel like I'm drowning. Financially drowning. So back in April, I had a baby. And I decided to take 9 weeks off. Now, I have had 4 children now working at the same company. So I kind of knew how things went. I took 9 weeks thinking that my insurance was going to pay 8 weeks. But because they run it under short-term disability, you have to be off the week, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's why I took 9. Anyway, long story short, they only paid me for 6. And when they do pay you, it's like a max of $250 a week. So when you go and you have to pay back your insurance, on a bi-weekly basis and the taxes that come out of there, you're getting basically $200. So I was not paid very much. The last 3 weeks that I was off, I was paid nothing. Everything that I had saved from my taxes, gone. I spent all of it, everything. That also meant that I was like I'm a month behind on my car payment. I have a few credit card bills that like I was paying the bare minimum and I got behind on those. And so now everybody and their brother is calling me and wants their money and wants their money and wants their money and wants their money and late fees and this and that. And it just adds up. It's like it's a spiraling ball, right? So here I was making progress and now I'm like retracted in progress. And then just the other day, my TV broke and now I need to buy a whole nother TV. And so there's that. And now there's school supplies and the fair's coming up that I take my kids to every year. And I'm paying extra money because I want to send my middle daughter to Washington, D.C. this next spring. So it's financially drained. I don't know how any of you get ahead. I don't know how any of you have a savings. I don't know how any of you get ahead in life at all financially, but I just can't do it.
So I was on the way to take my 4 and my 7-year-old to school today, and today was my 4-year-old's first day of pre-K. And I looked down and realized that my gas light was on, so I stopped at the gas station, take the kids in to get some gas. And we've been struggling this week. We had a lot of bills come out, and on top of that, my car tore up, so we had to pay to have that fixed. And I thought I had $15 left on my card, and I have a whole line of people behind me, so I swipe my card, it declines. And I'm like, oh my God, let me try another card. And swipe that card, it declines. And I could tell that the cashier lady was getting frustrated with me, and there was literally like 10 people behind me. And I really didn't know what to say. So before I could say anything, a gentleman behind me says, don't worry about it, I'll pay for it. And I was so humiliated. All I could say was, I'm so sorry, thank you, with my head down and grab my kids' hands and go out the door. Like I said before, I'm 4 months postpartum. I'm just now getting back into work. I have a small cleaning business that I've had to put on hold so I could stay home with my baby. The first few months, I'm just now getting back into that. But these last few months have been a struggle. And it's a really shitty feeling as a 30-year-old mom that I couldn't put $15 worth of gas in my car. And I'm not posting this for sympathy. I'm not posting this to ask for money. I'm posting this because this is real life shit for so many people, and a lot of people don't want to come forward about what they're going through because they're embarrassed. So I'm here to be that light for you guys. But this is real life shit for a lot of people, and my life is not always glamorous. My life is not always happy rainbows, and I'm not going to come on here and pretend like it is, because it's not. I'm not one of those lucky individuals that had family pass them down wealth or land or cars. Every little thing I've had, every shitty vehicle I've owned, I have worked my butt off for. And all I know is I'm about to work my ass off to make sure that that never happens again. Is it the first time it's happened? No. No, it's not the first time it's happened. But I'm to a point where I am tired of scraping by. I'm tired of just getting by, and I want to live comfortably. And I'm about to work my ass off these next few months to make sure that's going to happen. I really, really hope this TikTok thing works out for me. I really do. I've been working really hard on here. I've been staying super consistent. I've been busting my butt on this app, and I'm praying, manifesting, and speaking it into existence that this is going to be a fruitful passive income for me, and I'm just going to keep going. I think my life is about to hit a turn point, and I'm about to be going on a different path, and I think TikTok was placed in my life to help me on that road there. But to that gentleman that paid for my gas, I know I will probably never see you again, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that for me, because you didn't have to, and it meant a lot. And if you're going through this, just know that you're not alone. And this is going to be our year. This is going to be our year. We are going to work hard. We are going to pray, and we are going to give it our all to make sure that we're not going to be in this situation anymore.
Welcome back, you guys. I'm Tiffany Rose. You're new to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's the video for today, because everybody is struggling financially in this economy right now, and they're having a hard time. And hey, some folks came on here and they said they just gonna be real. They gonna get the grinding and working hard to make that check, because they ain't finna be left behind. They tired of it. They tired of not having nothing, and they tired of being and I don't understand how the lady said she had got her income tax and she had all that money, and then when you got done, you behind on your car, you behind on this bill. Why didn't you take your income tax money and pay that first? I don't get it. If you had your income tax money, you would pay some of your debts down first. But that ain't what you did. You probably went, who knows what you did with it. Because that's crazy. You said, oh, all the money gone. I spent it. And now I'm behind on my car. Now I'm behind on my bills. And now I'm behind on my phone. I'm like, how you behind on all the important stuff after you spent the money? I don't get it. Y'all need to manage better. Until next time, until next video, I'll see you guys later. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. Struggling in this economy. Hold on. Hold tight. Pray about it. I'm out.